Hi everybody and welcome to the Evo Skin Spring Reset. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for new people who are joining. My name's Kirsty, I'm founder of Evo. This time every year, I'm normally just about to go into hosting my week-long vitality retreat. And always ahead of that, I do a 5-day program to give myself and my skin a really good reboost, because spring is a time of new emergence, resurgence, and we're all stuck at home, indoors a lot of the time. And so I've adapted this, although not a lot of adaptation actually, to make sure that we can all participate without any special gadgets or any special ingredients. We don't need any specific products. We're just gonna use what we have around the house. So I wanted to kick off with one of my all-time old favourites. Now, I'm sure lots of you have used eggs in homemade face masks before. They're obviously packed with protein, just packed with goodness. What I'm particularly interested in for the skin is their high content of vitamin E. And also, the method that I'm using today is going to help you with just a surface level extraction as well, and just really taking off any sloughy winter skin leftovers, and giving you that really great surface to be receptive to all the goodness that we're going to put in through the rest of the week. So I hope you all got the memo that you needed toilet roll and an egg. So to keep it fresh, I haven't pre-prepared. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump straight in and get started. We're just going to separate out the egg, and we're just going to work with the egg white. So I'm sure you've all got your own methods of doing that. Let's just hope it works for me right now. Bear with. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, that's looking fine. So I actually always crack it and then pass between the two. I can't really show you, but anyway, use your own methods. That's not really what we're here to talk about. So we've got the egg white. Ta-da! No orange. And we're just going to whisk that up. I'm just using a little fork. Anything you've got, absolutely fine. We're just going to whisk it up until it's a lighter consistency. It'll be quite frothy. Nice bit of arm exercise in there as well. Okay, it's coming together. So yes, I should also mention you obviously need to do this on skin that is completely makeup free and really clean. And I'll talk a bit more about being brave and going makeup free publicly in a little bit, because I've got a competition I want to run with you. Okay, so this is looking quite good. You can see that it's gone quite frothy. So we'll leave that for a minute. Second ingredient, toilet paper. Now, obviously, I know this is a precious commodity too at this time, but you know, as a brand, Evo is really not into single-use face masks. Completely unnecessary. Really, even some brands that are saying they're producing bamboo, you know, even the packaging, single-use packaging, single-use, no good. Things need to change. Another great one that you can be doing with teenagers and children, this one, but we do need a few pieces of toilet paper, depending on, it might sound weird, the size of your face. Anyway, we'll crack on with, I'm going to prepare 3 sheets like that I'm going to cut lengthways. Here, you don't need to be too specific. There's no measurements. It's all good. So I've now got 6 long strips. I think that will be enough. And then another sheet I'm going to cut. I'm going to fold in half and cut in half that way. I could have pre-done this, but I just wanted to show you how simple it is and that we don't need measurements, and then cut in half again, so you're left with 4 here. Okay, so I'm just going to liven up that egg whisk again. clean hands, obviously. We're just going to start applying. You need to work quite quickly because it's going to drip everywhere. So I start with the forehead. I'm not worried about getting it in my hair. I've tied it all up. It's not going to hurt me. It's already actually really cooling. So starting on the forehead, we would start to place a strip here, and that's going to stick to your head. This is a fabulous look, isn't it? And obviously, the night before I start this whole week, I've got a mosquito bite on my cheek. Anyway, we'll ignore that and we'll keep going. So we're now going to do some cheekbone around this eye area, because this will really help soothe out the appearance of any lines and wrinkles you have here. So loading on, get into the nose, all over that cheekbone area, all over my lovely mosquito bite. Unbelievable. So we're rubbing that in a bit before we just apply the tissue, because we don't want it all to soak into the tissue. We want it going into our skin. So you can see I've worked all around there. And we're going to place a strip this way. Gosh, I think you need to warn your children and partner if you're doing this, not let them just come in and see you. So then we're going to move on to the jawline. And go under as well. This is a frightening look. Also good for fancy dress. Okay, so I'm going to place this one along this way. We can go over afterwards. I just want to make sure, it depends on the size of your egg actually, that you've got enough egg white to cover the whole face before you start going over and redoing. So into these side of the nose and across this area, because rather like those very old-fashioned strips that we used to buy for getting rid of blackheads, when this sets and we pull it off, it will remove the surface. Okay, so I'm going to start the other side. Okay. Again, into the side of the nose and around the mouth. And we're going to get to some more sticking. Might do it a bit differently this side and tear some more in half, because it doesn't really matter however you want to do it. Just make sure you're getting into these bits that you need to get into at the side. And you can see that's going to stick. And then we'll just do the long one on this side for the jaw. Doesn't matter if you're overlapping and layering, none of that matters. We're going to come back. I can feel it setting now, so I need to not laugh, which is difficult when I'm looking at myself like this, and something that I'm going to share with you all. Okay, so I'm going to put some more on this chin bit and apply a small square. And now you can do some, well, we'll do the nose, because that's really important. That's where I get, if I get some blocked pores, it's normally around here. Oh my goodness, let's pull these bits off, that's a bit much. Okay. So now I'm just going to do this centre bit Tiny bit. Yep, that's good. You really want to try and avoid your eyebrows because we're not trying to pull them off. There. Isn't that fabulous? So, gosh, I can't talk with that bit faffing around. What I would carry on to do is now be layering that up. I probably would do another strip for down here. And then we're just going to let that set, have a lie down in a cool room for around 10 minutes. And then you would just peel that off. Now, I will do another video that I'll send out later for if people are stuck with that, but obviously you're going to let it set. You feel that happening quite quickly, and then really you're just going to start peeling off from the edges inwards, very gently, not ripping. No harm's going to come to you. It's just a tissue that's absorbed. It should be really simple. Remove that and then splash with tepid water and dry completely. And then of course I would apply the Evo Spring facial oil. So you can feel that really setting quite well for me now. I'm going to let that sit for 10, I'm going to layer a bit more on, then I'm going to sit for 10 minutes and then I'll do some video when I'm taking it off and send that over later. But I hope you're tempted to crack on with this. This is really what we need to get our skin prepped as a good surface to receive all the good nutrients and treatments that are going to be coming your way this week. So give it a go. Oh, I forgot the competition. One of the main things. Very quickly, a competition. Anybody who wants to enter needs to be brave enough to send me an image of themselves facially, just like I'm doing here, makeup free. And I'd like you to do that today or tomorrow morning latest. Let's say cut off midday tomorrow. And then I'm going to ask you for another photo when you've finished your 5 days at the end. And I won't be judging on the condition of your skin. That's not a competition of who's got the best skin. Everybody has different skin. Everyone's improvements will be variable. So what I will do is every single person that enters, I will put them into a hat, and at the end we'll do a live draw, and one winner will receive an Evo voucher that you can spend online at any time for a year for £50 worth of product. So I hope that's going to encourage you to join in too. See you soon.